things going live. Appreciate you all joining me. Come on in, ask questions on how to go live. I want to make sure I'm answering your questions as you are becoming a live host. All right, friends. So we're gonna get to started in just a few minutes. I am gonna go over into the TikTok streets. I'm gonna try to move a little quicker because I do have to get off. I have a hard stop. So I do have a hard stop. Hey, pals, you baby. Oh my gosh. You were in two places at one time too, aren't you? You over there with soda. I see on my screen. Hello. Hey, how you doing? How's everything going, friend? Thank you so much for being here. How's everything going? You gonna get live today? Yes, she's such a cutie. She is. She is. She's doing her thing too. I think she's beyond 14 days. I was supposed to say, I think she's doing my 14 challenge, or maybe she's doing all of May. She might be on a road where she's trying to do all of May. I can't recall. I have to ask her again, but she's been trying to go live daily. So I don't know if she's missed a day yet. I feel like she might have missed one, but she's been trying her best to get it going, get things moving. Posting a little bit more, doing content, solidifying her topic a little bit more. So that's good. That's good. That's all you can do. I know in the beginning it's kind of challenging, trying to figure out what's your rhythm, what exactly you want to say and do, but she's doing a good job of trying to make a go at it. When did this start? I was like, I'm gonna try to challenge. When does it start? It was like, lady, well, I have a post that said we're going live every day in May. So technically all of May. Then I got new people who are come in and it was like, I'm gonna do it today. I'm gonna start right now. And I say, hey, the challenge is whenever you're ready to start it. So no, I have a post that says we're going live every day in the month of May. Every day in the month of May. And I sung it. So it's on my page. So that is there. That is there. Um, but the 14 days is, and I'm going to talk about it in our meeting today. I'll talk about it a little bit more, but the 14 days is part of me trying to use my messaging and using the boards to capture that. Okay. So I'll talk about that because I think that's where this is coming about, where people are like, oh, I'm going 14 days. Here's what I'm trying to do. And so it really is helping them understand how do you jumpstart your live journey, especially the newbies, the people who haven't done it before. And then we have some new people who join the agency. I have to look at our numbers in May. I think we're close to about 8 to 10 that have joined. So we have some new people between April and May. Yeah. So that have joined, maybe a little bit more than that. So I have to look. And so, those are new live hosts, newer live hosts, and they're trying to figure this out. So they need consistency for the most part. There's some that need more than consistency, but for the most part, they need consistency. And so with that, we're trying to get them started. So that's what you're seeing too. All right, friends. Hopefully all is well. Let's see, we're gonna go onto the TikTok streets since I'm clearly about to only get an hour in. Hello, everybody. How are you? Thank you for joining the live. I appreciate you all being here. This is my 4 o'clock live, and it's going to be my Sunday as well. So my Sunday lives go a little faster because your girl is having to get off a little sooner because of my agency meeting. So thank you all for being here. Make sure you give me a thumbs up, a like. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, click that subscriber button down there, as well as the bell to get notifications of when I go live and post content. If you have questions about my YouTube journey, let me know. I'm happy to answer those questions as well, so that you guys can get a better sense of what's going on here on the YouTube side. I do talk primarily about the TikTok side. So I'm happy to answer questions. I'm happy to support you all. I want to make sure you all are getting what you need out of this live stream. So we're going to get started. Give me 30 seconds. I have to do my live goals for the live. So we'll see how that goes. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate you all joining. Appreciate all the support. And we're going to get started. Thank you all for being here. Save it. And we are good. All right. TikTok live, TikTok live, live streaming tips, live streaming tips. Go live on TikTok. Come on in. We are going live. Feel free to come in, ask questions. We're giving live streaming tips. Come in. Let me know if you're new to my live. Come on in and ask questions. New live hosts, beginner friendly tips. We are talking how to go live challenge. We want to have you go live engagement. Hey, Gigi, welcome to the room. We're talking about engagement, viewer engagement, unwritten, unstoppable. Welcome to the room, friend. Appreciate you being here. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for joining. We are talking about how to go live engagement tips for new live hosts. We're going to talk about how to go live on TikTok, live streaming tips for beginner friendly tips for new live hosts. So come in, ask questions. I'm going to share out my live. I don't have my board up right now. Thank you, Delvin. Thank you so much for the follow. I don't have my board up yet. I'm going to wait for a few seconds before I add it to the screen. Thank you so much for the shares, Fred. I'm going to wait a few seconds before I add it, a few minutes rather. Thank you so much, Selena. Thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate you joining the live stream. So we're going to get started in a second. Um, I hope all is well. Um, we're going to do an engagement live. We'll probably do what we did yesterday, but I'm going to leave the board off for a little bit. Um, So we'll show some of the different features, but I'm going to talk about this board and why I am leaving it off the screen. Hello, Miss Darlene. How you doing, friend? Miss Ariel Max Air. I think I got it right. Did I say it right? You know, when it's all I'm happy you capitalized the letters. I think that is a new thing you just did because I was like, I'm wondering how to say all that. um, Aeromax Air. Aeromax. 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 Okay, Aeromax. All right, there we go. Let me ask this, friend. And so you still kept it all one, you capitalized the letters, which was awesome. And you're using your name. Tell me more. Tell me more. Co-founder Aeromax Air. Okay, it is trademarked. So that is a business. It's a business, I'm assuming. All right. So tell me more about the business. Let's put that in the chat so we can learn. It's my business name. Gotcha. Okay. All right. And what does it do? What's your business? Mom, wife, entrepreneur, speaks faith, growth, motivation. Thank you so much on the YT. Appreciate you all who are here as well. So I wonder, it has something to do with motivation. Let me know what it means, friend, but it's a trademark name. So thank you so much for coming back. Let me know. Fragrance company, scents for your home, car and business, all natural. Okay. Okay. All right. So here's what I would say is so are you doing content based on that? Are you doing your lives based on the business? Let me know what you're doing. Or if you're doing content based on, some of the other things in your bio. Um, speaks faith, growth. Like, are you doing motivational conversations, spiritual upliftment? So, the founder of by myself and my husband. Okay, gotcha. We have two accounts. So this is like your personal account, I'm assuming. Know. And then the business account is the business stuff, I'm assuming. One for business and one for me to do motivation. Gotcha. Gotcha. Yes, yes. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. So the only thing I will say, everything in your bio is part of what people can search for. So once you get so if you put terms in there that people will search for, whether it's your motivational conversation, whether it is your the fragrance conversation, you might pull up depending on how you're building your content, how you're creating enough content that speaks to those particular keywords. So it may be helpful in a branding sense to speak to make your name speak to the motivational side for this page. and then the fragrance sides for the other account. I'm assuming that's what the other account does. So I just wanted to say, so maybe you know how I have the line that separates and talks about the agency or the business side? I do it that way. And so you could put Miss Aeromax Air um, motivates, something like that, or some other word that's going to speak to what you do on this account. Hey, Charlene, how you doing, friend? Welcome to the room. How's everything going? Others who are coming in, I appreciate you all coming into the live stream. Thank you so much. Bahamian, how are you, friend? Welcome to the room. Horace, welcome. BS Ford, welcome. And then there's Pookie in there, welcome too, as well. And Miss Aeromax Spray, thank you so much. Air, I said spray, air. You're welcome, friend. You said love that. Yeah, just something when you think about your name, you could change your name every 7 days. Every 7 days, you can change what we see in the screen. So just play around with it. Maybe send it to the AI and see if it comes up with some other ideas for you based on what you want this account to be for you. So that's going to be important based on what you're trying to achieve here with this account. And that could help with just structuring your content, structuring your bio when people come here. Another thing you can do, and I don't know if your page does this, you want to put if you go live, your live time, topic, time, and time zone. So people know that. BS4, thank you so much for that daily heart mate. If you look in my bio, it shows you how I link to my agency page. And if you look at my agency page, you can tell that I link back to this account. And so you can mention another account. So your other account might point you to the business account if that's something you want people to know about as well. So you could decide what that looks like, but there's another way you can put it in your bio. So you're mentioning another account. Don't put websites. I say that all the time. Don't put websites. Try to avoid that. If you have a second account, you can make that your account where it lands where your website is. But if you're going live on this account, TikTok has been funny acting. Yeah, that makes sense. Yep. TikTok has been really, really funny acting about people redirecting people off the platform. So when you go live, you might get that message and don't even realize it's because your bio is saying, oh, go over here and do this other stuff. And so you got to be careful about what you do here, especially if you're gonna have TikTok shop on and stuff like that too. They don't like redirecting. So be careful about the website when you're going live and you're doing shoppable content too. Come on in, everybody. I think we are moving and shaking. We're 7 minutes in, 9.1K likes. I noticed that too. Yep. So yeah, be careful about that as you go live. That's what's happening. It's you're getting a restriction because of maybe what's in your bio or that link in your bio. They're really trying to avoid that. Um, people sending people off the platform. They want you to be here. So I wouldn't be surprised if they remove it. They removed the fact that they used to have Ocean Summers. Welcome to the room. They used to have your YouTube and your Instagram. You could have it in your bio as a clickable area. People can go to your other accounts. Nope, not no more. Hey friend, how you doing? Not no more. We got 10K likes that quickly too. We did it in 7 minutes. Thank you all for supporting that live. We are liking on the live. So thank you so much for supporting. If you guys don't mind sharing out the live, we can share out the live. You're in the wrong room, Caitlin. You want to make sure you go to a grow room. This is not that room. You want to go ahead and share out the live. You can share it, or you can add it to your story, or you can go and repost it. You can repost it or you can do a power share. You press down in the middle of the screen. You can share it out that way as well. I can't even mention my other stuff on the other platforms. Nope. You got to be careful about what you say and how you say it. Yep. So let me ask, are you a seller on the business account? Do you sell the fragrances here on TikTok as a shop page as a seller? Let me know if that's what you do also. Because yeah, you got to be careful about what you say, links or anything. Yep. Yeah, so you got to be careful about what you say on that business account. Are you guys going live over there? If you're going live over there, yeah, that's probably what the problem is. If you're having any kind of pushback and you're going live and you're talking about your products, TikTok is real funny about how you promote other products off the platform. Hey, Flourish, welcome to the room. Welcome, everybody. Thank you all for being here. Come on in. I appreciate you guys. So, as you guys can tell, I did not put the board up yet. I was going to put it up in a second. What I wanted to do is my board says 6 ways to increase viewer engagement. I said, ask me about number 6. So, or ask me about the last one. The board I'll put up in a second. I wanted to show you because there is a glitch that's happening when you put a board up. Your sound effects, if you put it up before you start your live, your sound effects bar won't work. So when I do my cheers and clapping and stuff, any of those features, there's a sound bar right here at the bottom. That sound bar gets deactivated. Don't know why it does that. It also deactivates your touch screen features. So I wanted to make sure I shared a few things before I put the board up because once I put the board up, my sound bar will work. My touch screen still doesn't work. I don't know. I can't do the drawing game. I can't do any of those type of features. So I talked about the drawing game yesterday. I didn't show it because I realized I had the board up and it wouldn't work. So I'm going to show it to you guys real quick. We'll start with that one as a way for you guys to at least see that particular feature. And it's just really a way that you can add another. You can add. I don't know what am I doing. It's like all these words are hard. Uh, okay, okay. So, it's a way that you can add engagement to your live. So we were talking about the whole point of this is adding engagement. Okay, so the countdown's happening. There's a word. It does not always allow me to tap the screen totally. Yeah, so it's interesting how it's operating. It's a shop page. I got flagged though violations. We didn't know what we were doing. Yes, yeah, that's because of that. Because of your bio and what's happening. Um, so yeah, you gotta be careful about what you're doing. What am I supposed to be doing, y'all? I don't know why I'm doing it this way. Okay, wait a minute. That don't make sense. Okay, y'all. What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. Y'all ain't gonna get this. I'm sorry. The clapping is happening. What am I doing? Okay. Oh no. Oh no, that don't even look right neither. I can't do this word. What am I thinking? Let me go back to this one. I'm trying to do like my mama's phone. Oh, I said the word. um, does it look familiar at all? I gotta be for telling people about my link in my yep. So I don't mention anymore. Yeah, you can't do it. Are you a business page too, Margot? You gave us the answer. Yes, I might have. I might have. If y'all was listening, that tells me y'all some of y'all don't be listening to me. That tells me very clearly. Because if y'all was listening, y'all would have heard me say it. I have no personal page here, and I have a business page. You have no personal page, you have a business page. So business page is it. And in your business page, you sell your teas. You said, I'll be listening. Thank you, Charlie. Who won that? Charlie, Charlie, and Ready Set Fam. You won it. Appreciate you both for participating. It's a great it's a great, I was trying to do the old school phone. I don't know if that even looks like it. I was like, "How do I draw this?" And my mind was like, "Let me draw something." Um, if you're new to the room, I'm showing you guys the drawing game. My board had it where I didn't put the board up on purpose because it is deactivating my touch screen, so I can't do the drawing game. If you have a problem where the drawing game is not working, it's because your board is on. You actually have to start the live over, turn the board off, turn on the drawing game, and then you can play it. If you do it the reverse, it's gonna not allow you to do the touch screen. Again, it's a glitch. I don't know if everybody has this problem, but a lot of people are having this problem. I did Pictionary on my live today because I didn't know what to do. Did you? Okay, look at you. So we're going to talk about some engagement activities. That's what today's live is going to focus on. I'm going to exit this. This is called the drawing game. When you start your live, is three dots in the corner. So that is what this is all about. So thank you all for participating in that. It clears the screen out. All you have to do is exit. There's a bar for the drawing game that's below. I'm going to pull up my board so you guys can see what I originally had on the board. So this is what we're talking about. And so let me check. TikTok gave us the flash goal real quick. Let's start the flash goal. It's 29 roses. So if you're in the room, I need 29 different people, one per person, to send a rose. So if you don't mind supporting the flash goal, I would greatly appreciate it. Um, it's a way to support the live host. TikTok will have these flash goals for you as a live host. So you want to make sure you can support it. I had a few friends that are business accounts. I'm going to talk through that real quick. So let me just explain what's happening. Flourish, I saw that you're in the room. I think you've noted this problem as well. Hey, Shane. Uh, I want to make sure that you can correct me if I'm wrong on any of the things I'm saying, because I think she's a business account, so she had noticed it. And then there's a couple other creators and agency that are business accounts. And so we kind of started figuring like, oh, TikTok is acting funny about the links and bios and stuff. It seems to be associated with business accounts and accounts that are shop as well, that you're selling something. You said, I'm here. I think that's the correlation. Like when you are doing your shop and your shop is activated, maybe you have products in your shop, maybe you don't quote me if it's not, even if it's that the shop is even on. It might be just the fact that you're a business account and your shop account and you have the seller account. So TikTok is like, hey, when you put links in your bio, it looks as if you're redirecting them off the app instead of directing them to your shop. I think that's the correlation. You said you're not shop anymore. So she's not a shop anymore. So she took a shop off. She turned her shop off. She deactivated her shop. Yeah. So TikTok wants you to focus on the shop. You're selling your products that are in that shop. I have a link tray. That's the problem. You cannot have a link. It looks like you're trying to direct them to that as opposed to selling your products. I have TikTok shop on both of my accounts. Yep. So I think we the correlation is the fact that you're a shop account, your business account in your shop, and you have that link in the bio. And TikTok is like, what you doing? You should be talking about your products. Okay. So when you go live, what's happening is TikTok is giving you a restriction for redirecting people off the platform. You're getting that quite a bit. They may be suppressing your views. You're not getting the same viewership. All the things are happening because of that link. So if you remove the link, it should fix it. Do you think we have to take out Linktree off our bio? Yes, that's what I'm saying. You do. Gotta walk my dragon out back. Okay. Yeah, you do. You have to take it out. That's what you're gonna have to do to fix the problem, or you have to do what Flourish did and close your shop. Those are the two things you're doing. And so she closed her shop, and she doesn't have a link. She never put her link back. If I'm not mistaken, Flourish, you don't put your link at all. I think she just tells people her name is Flourish Plants. She says Flourish Plants and DOTCON. And that's how she does it. So she's like, okay, if you're trying to get to me, that's how you would do it. All right. Um, how will people buy the products without uh you said okay, yeah, that's what she says. How will people buy the products without the link? The TikTok shop, if you have your shopping cart activated, your products are in the live and people can click it and get them that way, or they'll get them from your shop, which is on your page. So your products are there. Now, if you're trying to redirect them somewhere else, TikTok's like, what you doing? They're supposed to be buying the products here. Why do they allow a link in the bio then? Are you saying no link if you are a shop affiliate? I'm saying, yeah, I think I am saying that. Yeah, what I do on this page, my agency page is the launch your income page. I'll show it to you in a second. This is my agency page. And so I direct people to this account. Now, this account I don't go live on, and this account is not shop. I really do believe it's because of the shop, but correct me if I'm wrong, Flourish. I think you said it's all of the above. I think that's what we kind of came back with. Like people who don't have shop was getting the redirecting. But let me know if I'm wrong on that one. But I do believe it's because of the shop connection, the TikTok shop connection. What? Why do you allow a link in your bio? Yeah, TikTok. I think the link in the bio is going to go away because they want you in this app, and they created Service Plus. They created the TikTok shop if you have physical products. So they want you to get their stuff. I have a creator account, but I had a link in my bio, and I noticed I suddenly didn't qualify for certain. Tell me more. What you mean, eye imagery? You said you had a link and you didn't qualify then for things. I wonder, creative programs took the link out and the program suddenly came back. Interesting. Yeah. I think they're trying to get away, do away with the link in the bio, y'all. I'm just putting that out there to you all. I don't want y'all to be like, oh, I thought I can sell my products, do all I wanted to do. No, TikTok wants you to do what they want you to do if you're using a platform and they want you to talk about TikTok Shop or talk about Service Plus so that they can also win. I think there's also a safety element to this too, especially since you have minors on the page. People clicking links and bios can take them to pages that are not verified and some pages that may be a little bit suspicious. And so just know that that may be a element of it also. You're on the pilot program. Yeah. So it's Shop OMG. Thank you. Thank you, Linktree. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. So business accounts have TikTok Shop. You can start with a business account. You can start a seller account. You're a seller. Hey, brand, how you doing? TT doesn't want to link regardless. No, they don't. They really don't. Yep. So just be mindful. That's what you're noticing in terms of low views, your traffic, all the things. Yep. How do you get more visitors to come to your page? You got to post the content. You got to make content that's important to them. You can let them know of you going live, or you can say, especially if you don't go live. I don't know if it's as much of an impact to the traffic to your content. It could be an impact to it. I've heard more of the live experience. Obviously, my focus is on the live side, so I've heard people complain about their lives being impacted. You still sell digital products and Service Plus? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. That's what they want you to do. Yep. So they want you to use Service Plus to talk about your other products. Seller accounts will let you sell your own product on TikTok Shop. Yep. That's how you would sell your own physical product. You have to have a seller account. Just remove my link. Look at you, friend. Okay. Do you think the impact also applies if links are sent in the DMs? I haven't seen that yet. And that's the way I send my link for Service Plus. I send it in the DM. Yeah, I have a little message that I send out, and I'll make it so that people can get it. And they just activated that where you can send your link in your DM and people can click it and it goes to a page. That's new. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing as of late. I have not seen an issue as of yet. Knock on wood. Don't jinx me, y'all. But I haven't seen an issue as of yet. And so what I do is I have like 3 or 4 different messages that I will send to people when they ask for my services. So if you click my Service Plus, you get an automated message from Service Plus. I then send you a response, another response just saying, here's my page where you can go to my stand store. So TikTok has been nice to Stan other than other Stan store in particular versus the other platforms like Linktree or Beacon and stuff. Stan, they've always had a relationship where if you click a Stan store link, it took you straight to Stan. Linktree and Beacon did not have that same quick connection. It was always like, hey, you're about to go off the platform. Here's what you need to know before you go off the platform. I was like, I don't know why they do that, but I think there's a relationship there, if I'm not mistaken. So let me know if you guys know more than that. Hey, Pamela, welcome to the room. Thank you so much for that level up cake, friend. Is that automated? Automated? My message? No, I send it. I send it. I have a kind of saved messages I use. What's the difference in service plus biz accounts? What do you mean service? There's business or personal. Business or personal, those 2 types of account. Creator account, this is a creator account versus a business account. Business account has, other features, business type features you can use. Um, it also has the ability for you to be a seller, and you have a business account that allows you to have a shop, not a showcase. Thank you so much, Margot. Appreciate your friend. So Service Plus is that service where I just pin that link card. That's a feature you can turn on. Service Plus is here, this yellow arrow. If you click my yellow arrow, you'll see it there as well. So that's how you would get to it, friends. Um, So Service Plus, yes, Service Plus is for any services you offer. So if you offer coaching, consultations, you have I don't know if you're getting clients for your lawn care business, you know? And so it depends on what you're doing in terms of the service industry. If you're a tarot reader and you want service, you want to get clients for that. So it's all services. TikTok Shop is for the products. If you have physical products, you want TikTok Shop. All right. And you're a seller. So say you're selling your own special lip gloss and you want to promote your makeup line, your jewelry line. That is yours, not someone else's. Not that you're a consultant for it. You are a shop. You're distributing the products. You might have a third party you work with, but for the most part, these products are part of your business. Okay. So you want to make sure you do that. You say you dropping gems. Everybody coming here. Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all. How you doing, Empowerment Coach? Welcome to the room. Hello, hello. Happy Sunday, everybody. So just keep that in mind. New to what is a Service Plus. Service Plus is a way for you to talk about your services in the live stream. So when you guys came in, you probably saw this message. I just pinned it for those who are already in the room. This is called a pin card. You can activate your Service Plus. TikTok has to approve you, but essentially you're saying you offer a service and you can make it such that you pin this for 30 seconds. You can pin it every 4 minutes. You can point people to your Service Plus in the corner. And again, you're talking about your service. So I do one on one consultations, I do coaching, I have a coaching package. I am a creator network agency owner and manager. So I have people in my agency. And so all those things you can I will talk about here. And I pin my Service Plus. If you're interested in agency, it's a free program. So I talk about what I offer here, and that's a way to get a hold of me through the DMs. So we're messaging in the inbox. Okay. And then that's what I was saying. I was saying how I will send, hey Mello, I will send my website, my webpage to you in the DM as well. So that's something else I've been doing. So yeah, so all that is an option for you. Thank you so much. Let me know if there's other questions about that. I'm gonna switch topics. Service Plus is also available with when it comes to like a video course. So if you have a course you want to offer, so now TikTok is able to benefit too because they get a percentage of that. But if you want to schedule appointments, if you want to offer a video course, those are new features they've added for Service Plus. So if you want to create a business course, I mean, a beginner course for people or some other course that would get them to your other services, you could. People could pay for that course and then ultimately get your services that way and maybe get your additional services you offer. TikTok takes 50% of whatever you price it at. I tell people it's not probably a bad idea if you're trying to just get visibility and treat it as marketing, your marketing budget, especially if you have something else that you're trying to offer them. If you're somebody who don't have other overhead expenses, maybe you're not using a beacon, a stand, or any of those paywalls, then ultimately what was the last tip? Hey, spiritual, how you doing, friend? What was the last tip? What you mean? Oh, here, I haven't started yet. That's when I was like, what's the last tip? I haven't started yet. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna start in a second. You're so sweet. Um, I did start one. I started with the drawing game on purpose. I'll explain that in a second. And so you want to make sure that you if you don't have a paywall, you can set that up, and Service Plus becomes a great way to do that because you don't have those other expenses. You just pay TikTok the way you would pay a beacon or a stand, depending on what the cost is. Okay. Um, how about if you are offering free guides about retirement, which is what I do on content? You absolutely can use Service Plus. You could easily pin your Service Plus and say, okay, well, I can't pin it yet. I have to wait another minute. But okay, now it's available. Hey guys, if you want my free ebook, go ahead and message me or message me on Service Plus, and one of your questions can be free ebook. You can say, "Hey, if you want my free ebook, send me the word, whatever your live topic is, retirement. Send me the word retirement in the inbox, and I'll send you my free ebook." Okay. You also, just quiet as kept, you also can have a gift that you wanna set for, like, viewer wishes or your live goal gift. You can set it up so that people are doing that as well, So they're sending you, in order to get your free ebook, they send you a rose, or they send you, some other, gift that you want them to send. You know what? We're in the last 30 seconds. We forgot this flash goal, y'all. I totally forgot to mention it. If you have not sent a rose, we need another 11 roses. So if you can send a rose, if you haven't done so already, and let's get this in the next 25 seconds. One per person. Um it's one per person. So if you're somebody in here who has not sent a rose, this is the time to do it. So we can see if we can achieve this really quickly. We got 10 seconds. We had 22 that we've done of 29. So we'll see if we can get it achieved. 23 of 29, 5 seconds. So my bad, I didn't say it sooner, but that is TikTok's way to make sure people are connecting and engaging. So that's totally fine, friends. I'll talk about that because engagement matters. So we'll talk about it because I don't want you guys to do what I just did. But when everything is said and done, we talk about engagement. So we're going to talk quickly about engagement. I do have to get off early, so I'm gonna have a real hard stop at. I think this is going to end up being like I was gonna say a 60-minute live. I probably can go right at 6 o'clock. So we'll make it a 90-minute live it depends on how the conversation's flowing. So I won't stay on super long, but we have our agency meeting, stuff that you could use. Welcome, friend. We have our agency meeting today at 6:30. I did send out the invite to all the people in the agency. So check your inbox to join that meeting tonight at 6:30 on Zoom. Um, how about if you're offering free, guys? So I talked about that. So yeah, you can do that. Let's see. Let me just make sure I didn't miss any comments. If I missed your comment, I apologize. Let's see. Let's see. You guys, thank you all for being here. Go live. My friends are in here. So thank you all. Thank you. Something you can use for the populars. I appreciate your friend. Thank you all for being here. What does that mean? The gift goal? What do you mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? Gift goal. Tell me more what you meant by that. Are you talking about the flash goal? Let me know if that's what you meant. Are you talking about the flash goal, friend? Hello, friends. Thank you so much for coming in. I think that's what you're referring to, the flash goal. How can I get into the agency? How can you are you a live host? Make sure you're going live. Yes, the flash goal. Okay. So the flash goal is TikTok's goal. It comes up randomly. Okay. We've noticed that it comes kind of earlier in the live when we start activating a room and people are tapping the screen and the room seems to be actively comments, likes, all those likes. We get to 10K likes in 10 minutes. So 10K likes in 10 minutes. So we try to make sure we're doing that early. And then we'll see the flash goal come like in the next couple minutes from that. Usually 2 to 3 minutes later, we'll see our flash goal pop up. So that's what we've been noticing. Otherwise, it does come up later. Sometimes it hasn't come up a few times in my life. I'm not sure why that's happened either, but sometimes it doesn't come at all. But with that, it is TikTok's goal, and what happens is it's a 15-minute window, and it's one per person, and it's TikTok's way to see if the room is actively participating. So it's a goal for the room to start engaging and gifting engagement. I tell people all the time, this is a TikTok economy. So you want to pretend like you want to come here and sell your products. We were just talking about selling products and links in your bio and all this other stuff. TikTok's like, wait a minute. Part of what you're doing here is also to benefit TikTok. And if that's not your focus to a certain extent, then I won't send people in your room, or I'll give you restrictions for sending people off my platform. And so just know that you got to play the game. I'm talking to my live hosts in the room. You're playing the game a little bit. As much as you're like, oh, I don't want to. We had a great testimony this morning. If you guys missed it, it was one of the newer agency members that was sharing her story about, hey, she's been coming here, she's been taking my information and applying it into her live with her topic, and she's had some great success. And she was saying how she's working with people. She uses viewer wishes. I'm going to show you guys that in a second. She uses viewer wishes. She uses her gift goal. She uses things, her boards, to let people know how to get information from her, how to engage, how she's supporting. And then ultimately, she's grown quite a bit, followers and engagement in her room. And then ultimately, she's gotten appointments, not just stuff that happens in TikTok, but she's been using her Service Plus. People have been scheduling appointments, and she's booked all the way into mid-July, 2 months out. And that's because she's working the system. All right. So I say that to you guys, I don't want you guys to sit back and think like, oh, well, I can do all the things for me. It's all about me and I want to get my business started. And then you're not playing the game. You got to play the game a little bit. Think of it as your marketing budget. That's the way I tell people to do. Think of it as this is marketing. This is where you're getting exposure. This is how you're driving your business so you can get new exposure, new clients, people to learn about the services and products that you offer. And then ultimately you can even build even beyond the platform if you need to. You said, "What do I need to do for 14 days straight?" I got a different board right now, but go live. That's it, go live. So I'm happy to answer that question. Let me know if I need to go deeper. You said, "What if you're not looking for clients?" That's amazing. What if you're not looking for clients? What are you looking for to make money off the platform? To get more community? You trying to be TikTok famous? Let me know what you're trying to do. But all those things can happen. But again, it's about being present and engaging in a platform where people are coming to your life. That's amazing. Stay at home mom trying to hit 9K. Well, welcome, friend. Let's see. I almost forgot about agency meeting. Oh, really? Yes, today at 6:30 p.m., 6:30 Eastern. Uh, TikTok's definitely watching. Yes, they are. Yep, yes, they are. Let's see. What do I need to do for okay, 14 days straight. So let me talk about this engagement stuff because I put this board up yesterday and we played around with a couple different features. I'll do that. I do have a board. I can switch it out if we need to, but I do have a board that talks about go live every day for 14 days. So that's the challenge. The challenge is go live every day for 14 days. And then I say this will happen because you're going to get confidence. You're going to understand the platform a lot better. You are going to get more followers, more engagement in your live because, again, you're going to work to get more exposure because you're showing up consistently. You're going longer. You're saying the words that matter to your target audience as well as you're going to again be able to support them with how to engage in your room. And so you should monetize too. You should monetize within those 14 days. So those are the things that will happen. There's some other things that'll happen too, but for the most part that's the core. So go live every day for 14 days. You said I just want to monetize content. There we go, friends. Well, then you just so the live stream maybe is not your primary focus. I got you. Um, you said because this is true, TikTok famous really is a goal. Is it really? That's your goal? What do you do? Do you play an instrument? Do you sing? What's your goal, friend? Um, what do you do to be on a path of being famous? Let me know. How long do I need to go live daily, or how many times a day? Go live daily. You can start with one time a day for at least 60 minutes, 61 minutes. Thank you so much for the moonwalk. I say 61 minutes because I want you guys to know if you do 60 minutes, it may be under. It could be 59 minutes and 55 seconds, but the screen will say 60 minutes. So you want to make sure you go over. So I say 61 minutes. So, but yeah, so 61 minutes is a good starting point, and you can continue to do it a whole hour. You said a whole hour? Oh, ma'am, I did 2 hours and 30 minutes earlier today. 2 hours and, like, 37 minutes because I got off afterwards. When I realized it was 2 hours and 32 minutes, I was like, "Y'all, I've been here for 2 hours and 32 minutes." Then I stayed another 5 or 6 minutes. Going live in an hour talking about, "Should I go live?" That will be day 454. You should be talking about your T's. Hour goes by faster than you think. Yeah, it goes by so fast. Why 14 days? Where did that number come from? It's about 2 weeks. So what happens is you're giving the algorithm so 14 days should be enough time for you to start noting a difference. Now, to your point, Pamela, for you to really start seeing traction, you want to do at least 30 days so you can really pay attention. But 14 days is going to give you enough things to say, okay, after day like 5, you'll start seeing a little bit more traffic. You should see yourself becoming more comfortable and at ease with your messaging and what's happening. So there's some things that will help to improve your presence on the live stream. Then there's the things that the algorithm does. It's like, okay, well, you've been saying the same thing for the last 4 to 5 days. Let's make sure we're pushing people in the room because you've been consistent and you've been disciplined about what you're saying. So when you're like all over the place and random, it's like, well, what you doing here? What is this live about? But if you're showing up in the same way on a consistent basis daily, then it gets to know you, it gets to understand what your live topic is about, and then obviously you will see more traffic. Those keywords that I talk about when you first start your live is so important, and the AI summary will give you a quick reminder of what you've been saying your live is about. And if that's all over the place and it's not what you're talking about, then that tells you it's confused. It doesn't know what we're doing here. And so just keep that in mind. So all those things are going to help you. And by day 14, you'll see. I've had another creator, Bella, I don't know if she's going to come in here. She talked about her experience on day 14 and her traffic has improved quite a bit. So she was averaging, I think the day she came in, we talked about the 14 days, she had a day where she had 59 new followers in that live alone. So, and she's improved her time. She's gone a little longer than an hour. She's gone about 2 hours. And then I haven't had a chance to really sit into our live. I've seen her on the screen. We kind of overlap a little bit with our live times, and I'm getting ready. So I got to find a time to kind of pop in on her. But my understanding is that she's improved quite a bit. There's a few people in the agency that's popped over there to see her, and they was like, "Doc, she's good. She's gotten better." Like you can see how that improvement happens. And so what I tell people is like, it's just like anything else when you practice something, you get better. Practice makes progress, you know? And so if you're sitting back thinking your day one's gonna look like your day 14, it's not. There's no way. If you're showing up every day at the same time, doing the same thing and working through that, you'll get better. Um, you said your open is important. You said, sorry, can you repeat that? Your open is important. It's very important. Um, it's very important. It is how you are setting the tone. You're saying the key words for your live stream. You're seeing the keywords for your live stream, and you actually want to reset a couple times in the live so that the algorithm knows what your live topic is about. So you want to make sure you're resetting. So I'm talking about live streaming tips, TikTok live, beginner friendly tips, how to go live on TikTok, 14-day challenge live, engagement for beginners in their live stream. So I'm saying the words, remember I didn't say whole sentences. That's what I said in the beginning of my live so that the algorithm knew what I was talking about for this live. Okay? And so you want to make sure you're saying that throughout your live. You want to make sure you say the words that matter so that the algorithm picks up what you're putting down. Okay? So just keep that in mind. So when I start my live, as soon as it says 3, not 3, 2, 1, at 3, I'm starting to talk. All right. So I start right when I hit the go live button, I start talking. Uh, yes. Yes. So my new friends coming in. Thank you so much for being here. I saw the restrictions. Yeah. So remove the link. That could be the problem. If it's saying redirecting, that could be the problem. So you want to remove that. Um, so yeah. All right. So day 54, you're celebrating day 54. Okay, I got you, Margot. I misread your first time around. Thank you so much, friend, for sharing that. Congratulations. I'm doing well, Shar. Welcome to the room. Others coming in. I see you guys coming in. Thank you so much for coming into the live. And so appreciate you all being here. Let's do this. Let's share out the live. We're going to share out the live. We're going to do some engagement activities. I want to make sure we speak to this board real quick. Thank you so much. How you doing, Miss? How you doing? Do you believe that you can grow your audience without being the face of your brand? Um, yeah, maybe. Yeah, yeah. People do faceless all the time. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Can I say my website URL? No. Be careful about how you say it. Hopefully, it's close to your name. It's like, "Hey, guys, take my name, Margot." The Denver Tea Lady, if that's your your site, you can say, and just put a, DOTCOM at the end. Be creative about how you say it because if that shop is on, it might get you in trouble. Again, redirecting. So you gotta be careful about how you say it. But and that may be a reason why you might wanna make sure your name is aligned with your brand or your website and stuff so that people can easily recognize that to be the name. If you share out the link, do a power share, press down on my nose or glasses, we could power share the live, and that way you can send it out to your friends and followers in bulk. So if you press down you can send it out. That's called a power share on your phone. Um, let's talk about engagement here. Okay. So when it comes to 6 ways to engage, I actually started our live today. Three dots in the corner. You guys see an arrow. I see three dots as a live host. I actually started the live off by saying, here's what I want you guys to do. Yes, it's every day for 14 days. That's the way I tell you guys to do it every day. Yeah. So that would be the challenge. Yes, every day. So when it comes to the three dots in the corner, there's features at the top that you'll get access to. One's called a poll. There's the AI wallpaper. There's also the viewer wishes. There's things that you can use to leverage and get more engagement in your live. I started this live off by doing the drawing game. The drawing game did not work though yesterday for me when I had the board on. I'm gonna try it again, but I didn't turn the board on when I first started this live. I turned on the drawing game. We did a quick little test of it. It worked. So just keep in mind this board for whatever reason. I tell people don't start your live with the board on. Come here, click your wand. When you click your wand, then you can turn on click boards and turn on the board that you have saved. That's the way to do it. But now since I turned the board on, I will tell you, we're going to click the drawing game and see if it works, but I think it's probably not gonna let my board work. Um, okay, so let's see. It's gonna remove this. It took my board away, and it's doing the little countdown for you guys to guess, and my board doesn't work. I can't draw. So the board deactivates the drawing game. Okay. So you can't, my touchscreen is not working. That's a glitch. That's a glitch. So I just want you guys to know that is a glitch. So you got to, yes, we are having a Zoom meeting. I'm going to, yeah. So I sent out the Zoom link already, Miss Darlene. I emailed it. So yeah, we're doing our Zoom meeting. Okay. Good to know. Yeah. So don't turn your board on before you're ready. Um, if you're gonna do the drawing game, don't turn your board on in advance. That also deactivates the sound bar. So my sound bar works still, which is fine, but it won't let me do the touch screen to do the drawing game. So that's why I did it before I started the live. So that is a way to get people to engage. It is a great way to kind of be an icebreaker depending on what's going on in your room. The chat is chatting, people are guessing the word, all that's happening. So you'll be able to do it told me that I didn't guess live when I ended it. It's like you didn't guess. So just know I wanted to make sure I pointed that out to you guys so you guys can see it in action. So that's one feature that I say to get engagement. All right. Yesterday we did the poll, and what we did was a quick poll. And so a quick poll is to get your room activated. You'll see either a quick poll is a smiley face or the crying face. Um, so we'll do a poll again that we did yesterday. How many of you are going live? If you're going live, smiley face, whether you've done one live or you're a everyday live host or a weekend live host or however you do it, do you go live? And if you do not go live, sad face. Maybe you're scared. Maybe you're afraid. So there's seven. So you should see the two features pop up. You should see them pop up here for you to vote. And they should be touchscreen for you to click one of those. Vote now. You see the vote now for 52 seconds. So you should see that to vote. How many followers do you need to go live? And so when you click that little smiley face or the sad face, it allows you to cast your vote. All right. I don't have enough followers. So how many followers you need to go live? No, you don't. You need at least 50 followers. Your account has to be 7 days old. Your account needs to be 7 days old. You need to post content. Content is king on TikTok. You got to post the content, y'all. You got to post some content, and you also need engagement in lives. They usually give it to you early if you're someone who's coming into lives engaging and you have a blue box. That's what we've noticed quite a bit too. Some people without the blue box, but they've been engaging quite a bit. So the blue box is a telltale sign on if you're an engager. So I'll talk about the blue box, but I want you guys to understand that that is what you're supposed to be doing when you come to a live. You are supposed to be engaging. All right. And if you're going to be a live host in the making, you really want to engage because you're going to ask people to engage in your live. So you got to be an engager too. Sweet, I have a blue box. She's so sweet. I have a lupus. You didn't know. And so keep that in mind. So it's all about engagement and how you are supporting your supporters. Okay, so the poll. I talked about the poll a couple different ways because there are other options for you to use. You can do your custom poll. So, say you're a person who has questions you're always asking your audience, you want to understand. Maybe you're doing some therapy conversations. Maybe you're doing some conversations surrounding how they can work on themselves, their nervous system, or Dr. Sharon, you're talking about medical guidance and stuff, and you want to ask them some questions. Maybe you're quizzing your community. You can create a poll or questions. So, for example, here's a custom poll I created the other day. So it basically says, what should I talk about in my next live? Okay. That's the question I have. And you can have a whole list of questions and you just put those questions up there. And you'll see right here at the top, you'll see where it's showing that poll. See the little Q&A? You can click that and answer the question. So y'all answer my poll. Answer my poll so we can get engagement. So answer the poll question. It's up there. It's up there for 35 seconds more. It is a minute that'll post up there for you. And then ultimately your community is answering the question. All right. And so that's a great way to get engagement. Hey, Lisa. So as you're thinking about custom questions for your live topic, engage your community. If you want them to chat, if you want them to start engaging back, hey, create a poll. Okay. And so with my poll, let's see, you guys have been answering it. All right. All right. Look at you. So, and you'll see, hey, friend. Hey, everyone. It's Janet from Oklahoma. Welcome, Janet. Welcome to the room. And so now the poll is over. I can click it and see what is said. Let's see. I didn't pop up my poll. It said in progress. Okay, there we go. And so we got number C. C came up, which is engagement strategy, which is what we're doing. So it's there. So that is another way to engage people in your room. There's also the gift sticker. So there's a gifting poll. So you can ask a question again and you'll get 60 seconds and people will say thumbs up or heart. They have these two buttons they're going to click. And if you want to engage in this question, you'll see where it went up in the corner here. So you're gonna give a thumbs up. Thumbs up is that you can go live for 14 days nonstop, or thumbs down, no, you can't. You've never tried that before. And so just think about the question you're gonna ask your community and see if people oh, look at you, Frank. It's like I could do it. And so and is a quick way for people to engage, and then this becomes kind of a gifting approach to it. Thank you all. I see you all. I appreciate you. And so we got some people saying yes. Are y'all going live already? 14 days? Let's see. Y'all going live. And so you get as a live host, you see a tally of who answered your poll. You can see that really clearly. Thank you, Dot. I appreciate that. Rose is title gifter. You can see all the people who engaged in your poll that way too, from the gifting perspective. And so depending on your question, depending on what you're asking, you can create that poll as well. So these are engagement strategies. These are features inside the live for you to use. Okay. So that's the poll feature. The drawing game is the other one I talked about and I showed at the very beginning. Thank you so much, friends. I appreciate you all supporting that poll. The winner was thumbs up. Um, the drawing game is next. There's another feature that's called the playbook. The playbook is where, as a live host, if you are someone that is trying to, this is not that type of room, friend. We'll talk about that in a second. So I want to make sure you guys understand how to properly engage. We'll talk about that in a second because we pick up habits. You guys pick up habits from those grow rooms where people are just spamming your chat. As a live host, you want to make sure people understand the rules of engagement, how to properly engage, and if you are coming in someone's room, you say hello, how you doing. You make sure you're being engaging. You said hi, Diana. Hi, Diana Shokes. I've also okay. You got to click her name. If you click her name, it'll do the at symbol where she'll see it, friend. Um, so you want to make sure that you're actively engaging in the room and saying hello. So those grow rooms got you thinking that you can just send messages and say, hey, I need 10 more people and all this other stuff. That's not what you do. That's not how you communicate. You're picking up people ideally who are intending to engage in your content, come in your lives and support. And so you want to make sure you have a bio. You want to make sure that you are actively saying hello and engaging fully and not just saying, "Oh, here's what I need." And you haven't done any support on the front end. So you're shouting out what you want, but you haven't done anything. So be careful about how you present yourself when you come into someone's room. I just love your lives. You're so informative. Oh, thank you, Chrissy. I appreciate that, friend. Thank you so much. Hello, Bridget. How are you, friend? Okay. So next feature, playbook. Look at the playbook. I encourage you to take a moment when you start your live journey, take a look at the playbook because it could be a great tool to identify ways to engage your guests. So you guys are viewers, but when you have the panel boxes on, they have these playbooks that you can turn on and activate to do different things. Like maybe there's competitions you want to offer. If you want to do like a scavenger hunt, there's a playbook for that. If you want to do box battles with your viewers, there's a playbook for that where you have a timer and some other features that you can turn on. So the playbook is really good. If you're talking about having a roundtable discussion, there's a playbook for that as well. First time seeing your live so far. I learned so much. You're welcome, friend Annie. Welcome to the room. How do you get to the playbook? Did you say how to get there? Um, get the wish list, the viewer wishes. Is that what you mean? It's under the three dots when you start your live. The playbook is there. Before starting your live, I think the playbook is under settings, under that multi guest feature, under settings. You should be able to get to the playbook there as well. Okay. So take a look at the playbook because I'm not, obviously I'm not going to turn it on right now because it's so many different things there. It's probably like over 100 different options. But go in there and see if there's something that really is intriguing to you. And then what it does is gives you the instructions on how to use that feature or use those features you're trying to do. Trying to think of how to do a box battle with with a more positive spin. Yeah. You know what? Ask chat. See what it comes back with. That's a good point. Yeah, I like that. Could be like affirmations. People have to say affirmation of some sort or some other kind of. Oh, you said, "Oh, good idea." He's so sweet. It's like, "Oh, good idea. Let me ask." But yeah, that could be a good thing to do. Maybe you're reading affirmations and having people answer, and then they have to. Who has the best answer gets gifted. I don't know. But, the whole point is that people are inviting their viewers to come in and gift them. So it could be a little bit of that, in addition to other people doing stuff too. Hey, how you doing, Cy? Welcome. Oh, that's a good idea. Yep. Yep. So yeah, the box battles is a way to do it. So all those are engagement strategies. Let's do this. Let's go to the next one. All right. And I think this is what you were asking, Margot. You were asking about viewer wishes. All right. So viewer wishes is another feature. I'm just gonna put this here. And Dr. Keisha, welcome to the room. So I have it where it's a timer. Haley Ann, welcome to the room. Um, There we go. Um, I have a timer set on this. And so you could actually turn the timer off if you want to keep your viewer wishes already always activated so people can see it and it will just rotate. Let me take that back. It will just keep it on the screen. It can rotate if you have multiple gifts. And so right now it's right at 5. I was in Demetria's live. I talked about her earlier. She has 10. Wink, wink. How you doing, friend? She had 10 gifts and her gifts were just rotating through. It was like a constant spin. Thank you, Fred. Thank you for the moonwalk. Always greeting for hey Bob, how are you, friend? And so keep in mind, depending on what's happening in your life, wink wink, hey Janae. Depending on what's happening in your life, you can always change this, change it to what you want people to do. Happy birthday, Samarda. These are TikTok's words. It's not mine. This is a template. So you can use the template. But happy birthday, friend. Thank you for this. You're welcome. So you can change the words. Showed an example yesterday, and I'll do it again, where I can change the words where it said wink, wink. I changed it to pink, pink. And so just know these words can be. You can edit this. You can add other gifts. You can make your own panel, or you can use TikTok's templates. Some of the templates are associated with campaigns. So this one's associated with a campaign. And so you can change this. I gave examples yesterday, like One of the ladies who is does the sand drawing, she actually came to the live yesterday too, and I asked if she still uses it. She said yes, and it works great. So she does sand drawing, and so she'll change the different things to what she wants people to do. So if you want your initials, she'll, initials are up there. If you want your full name, it's there. So she's telling you what she wants you to do as she's drawing the sand or drawing your name and stuff. I came like, "Can you, tell me how to get that on my screen?" Viewer wishes, when you click the 3 dots in the corner, that's what I've been clicking for the polls, for the drawing game. Viewer wishes is there. If you click it, you can set it up while you're in the live. You could set it up before you go live too. And here's something I had showed this last time because people were like, I got several messages where people didn't know this feature was here and they didn't realize what was happening. You can set up from your live. It's under the interact box. So let me show you. Flip my camera real quick. And so when you're live, let's say, let me put this one. So when you're live, you see that little arrow that's under effects? If I click that, it shows these other boxes. You got to pay attention. If you don't click it, it goes down. It hides a whole row. You got to click that, and that next row or two, might be another thing that's under there, shows up. And the interact box has your wishes playbook. Remember, I talked about the playbook and creating polls. So all that is there for you. All right. So that's how you would go there to set it up. Meant to tell you the other day. I look. Oh, thank you, friend. Appreciate that. So yeah. So this is viewer. Let me flip my hand around. But this is viewer wishes. All right. You're welcome. You're welcome, everybody. Let's see. So you can change the words. You can decide what you want your audience to do. So if you're in a room and you're doing tarot readings, you might have your audience know that they can get a full reading by sending, if it's a galaxy or if it's some other gift, you can tell them what to do. If you want people to support your service plus, and so say you have a particular product that you're going to give to people, you can say, hey, if you want this product, this product equals you sending a galaxy or whatever the case may be. And then people send that, they get the product, they get your ebook, they get whatever you have to offer. All right. So you can do that. You can set that up to be of your wish. You can set that up to be your live goal. Those are things you can do too. All right. So I don't want you guys to think that you have to sit back and, beg for gifts and all this other stuff. No, you don't have to. You can set it up that if people want something from you in in doing that, they're asking for something. This is of your wish. So they're getting that information. Hey, Mama Green, thank you so much, friend. And so keep this in mind. This is like a key to how a lot of people are doing well because they're leveraging this feature. They're also leveraging a couple other features too. Like I said, the engagement from polls to kind of get people to move on the polls and comment and stuff. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you for that, Heart Me. Um, let's see. Let's go now. I got a couple more things I was going to show you all. And we're only gonna stay live for maybe another 15, 20 minutes or so. Thank you all for the populars. I appreciate that. Hey, Coach Rhonda, thank you for the radiant launch. Appreciate all the support. You guys are awesome. Let's see. Thank you for that. Okay, so let's go here. Let's go to question. I feel like when I go live, I get taps and comments, but never gifts. I'm not one to ask. Yeah, and that's what I was saying, snack dealer. It could be this could be a good way to do it. And you don't have to have 5. You could probably have 2. I went to Janae. Janae, are you still in the room? I went to her live yesterday. She just had the 2 sitting there for people to engage. She's playing music and people could tap that and support. Yep. So yeah, you don't have to depend on what's happening in your live, you have different features. Now, the only catch to this feature, the only catch is that you cannot have your panel boxes open. We're going to go to panel boxes next, but it takes this feature off the screen. So you cannot have viewer wishes on the screen and your panel boxes going on at the same time. All right. So keep that in mind. You want to be strategic about when you turn this on, when you are looking for people to engage more in your live stream. how you want them to engage, you can turn that on too. You said from for them, but thoughts. What does that mean? Let me know what you mean by thoughts. Snack dealer diaries. Before I do this, because I think your question speaks to something you need to do too. All right. And so, um, hey friends, hello everyone. Hi Ryan. So here's what I'm gonna say to you because you don't have a blue box next to your name, and people are tapping sharing out the live, and that's something you're asking them to do, and you're not necessarily asking them to do the gifting engagement, but you haven't done the gifting engagement. So let's be clear, because TikTok shows us who's ever gifted before. And so if you want people to gift you, you also have to be a gifter. All right. So you're gonna have to you have to make a conscious decision to start engaging in that way as well. That means that you're gonna put coins on your account. You click the gift box, and the bottom it says recharge, tells you how many coins you have left, and or you click that button, a screen pops up for you to recharge. I would tell you to pause, don't do it in the app. There's a message that says recharge on the website, tiktok.com/coin. You get a 25% discount. I tell you not to break the bank. Start off with maybe $10 so that you can start engaging in that way. All right. Because that's going to be so important. I tell people all the time, like, how are you asking people to engage in your life by gifting, but you don't gift? So you got to make sure your box, your level box does not say zero because people know if you gift or not. All right. Thank you so much. I saw you guys. You were so right. Hey, Nick. Thank you so much, friend. Thank you for the populars too. Um, so you got to keep that in mind. So let's do this real quick before we segue to the panel boxes because it's going to take us away. Thank you for that, Miss Darlene. Wink, wink. Um, do me a favor. Let's do this. We'll do box, and I'm gonna show you blue box because you guys can see how I knew if our friend Snack Dealer was a gifter. He said, "I'm new. Don't out me." No, no, no. That's fine. But it's important that you know moving forward because we well I teach it because I want you guys to know happy birthday friend. Happy birthday, Margo. I want you guys to know, thank you so much, Stan. I appreciate you, Stanley. Thank you, Miss Darlene. Happy birthday to you too. You said use me. You said you want me to use you, friend. Okay, well, you know what? I'm gonna have people look at everything. So let's do this. Everybody, put the word box. We're just gonna say box real quick. Put the word box in the chat. Thank you so much for that moonwalk, Nick. This is really helpful. Thank you. You're welcome. So as you put the word box, I want you to click your photo. Okay. Click your photo. All right. And I'm gonna put box on my screen too so I can click my photo on my backup. So and I'll reverse this so you guys can see it. So here's the deal. Okay. These boxes, I told you to hit your photo so you can see your profile information. Okay. I want you to see your profile information. So go ahead and so once you put box in the chat, everybody in the room do it. I'm going to run through this real quick and we'll probably look at the blue box real quick cuz I want you guys to see what that one looks like. So we're going to go back to that one in a second. The blue box represents you. That box there, that first box, it could be level 0. It could be gray. It is supposed to be blue or purple, depending on how much you've grown. But that box represents you as a viewer. We see the badges in the room. If you're someone who's sitting here who does not have a badge next to your name, you don't have the Lisa, or you don't have that blue box with the number in it. It speaks about how you are engaging in this live. The lease is for my live. When you go to somebody else's live, it's going to be their heart, their name, whatever their name is, and it's going to be your engagement there. So you become a fan club member. So the middle box, that heart, is you as a fan club member for my room right now. Again, if it was somebody else's room, it would be their box. The blue box is you as a viewer. I don't know if I said that. I finished my thought on that, but the blue box is you as a viewer. So we see how you are engaging as a viewer. There's a level that you're at. All right. The heart is the level you're at as a fan club member in my room. I often use that level to determine who comes up in my boxes when I do multi guess, which is the last thing we're going to do. So I use that to say, okay, level 5 and above, because I'm vetting you. Because when people come in your boxes, you got to make sure that they're going to treat your room in a way that needs to be upheld by the TikTok's community guidelines. So they're not drinking, they're not smoking, they're not doing any nudity things in your taking clothes off in your live stream. They're not driving. They're not doing things that will get your live shut down. Okay. So you got to be careful about who you pull up. And so I say vet them, make them somebody who's come through your live at least 5 times and they grab their daily heartening because you can see that they're an active fan club member. That's part of your monetization too. You are trying to grow your fan club. That's part of what you're doing. So when you come in someone's room and you're coming in their room and you're engaging and you're chatting in chat box and sharing out the live, you want people to grab your daily heartbeat. Thank you, Bella. How you doing, friend? You want them to do that because that shows that they're engaging in your live stream and they're supporting your live stream in that way too. Hey, y'all. Okay, so that's important. You want your fan club members to keep coming back to you. You're cultivating that relationship. The last box is you as a live host. Okay, that diamond represents you growing as a live host. Hey, friend, thank you for the populars. So, as you're growing as a live host, I can tell, I can click any of your boxes. Y'all can click each other's boxes. Somebody asked this question earlier. It's like, hey, could you tell if one of your viewers is also going live? Absolutely, I can tell. If I click that box and see that they're a level 2 or 3, I'm sorry, D2, D3, D1. I'm like, okay, this person's been live in the last, probably easily in the last week, if not the last 24 hours. Thank you for the move walk. So you can tell because that person would not be that level if they have not gone live recently. If not, they would be a D5 and they drop all the way down and there's no engagement. And you can see, and you can click that and you can see the scale that they went live to. All right. So let me show you guys real quick. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Bella Loveland, up in the room. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Hey, Trisha, do me a favor. If you click my photo, I'm going to show you real quick so you can see what's happening in my room. You can see really quickly. I'm a B4. I'm not a B4. That is a 99. If you click my box, you'll see that I'm a B4 that is at well, it doesn't say the percentage fully, but it says I'm in that 70, probably more like 50 something percentile. I'm inching up to 20%. So you can see that I've been live today. That's a telltale sign I've been live today or even now. Not it's more today because today was better than so more engagement happened earlier. Hey, retired teacher. Hey, Dreams Casey. So you can tell I went live. That's a telltale sign if you were wondering, because that I'm sorry, that B4 and where I'm at is representative of a 24-hour clock. So if I show a percentage that I'm moving towards zero, then I've gone live today. If I'm still 99, but I'm a B4, you're probably thinking like, oh, she definitely goes live. She's been growing. That's her live host thing. So maybe she just didn't go live today yet, but she went live recently. So you know that. Just finished my live. Excellent engagement and actually had a guest join me. Look at awesome, friend. Awesome. Thank you so much. Friend, don't spam a chat. Appreciate you being here though. Make sure you don't spam. Okay, I get you said woohoo. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so keep that in mind. This shows you as a viewer, you as a fan club member, you as a live host. The gift gallery is also available to only live hosts and guests. So remember, I said you protect your boxes because people come in your boxes, they can actually monetize. They can monetize because viewers can send them gifts. Viewers can click their profile and even gift to their gift gallery. They can do that as well. So all that is part of it. I'm gonna accept the 14-day challenge. Look at you. James Casey, I see you, friend. He's like, I'm trying, Doc. I got you, friend. Will you share more about the gift gallery and how to manage that as a host? Um, you know, here's what you need to know about the gift gallery. Now, a couple things. Thank you all for coming in. Thank you for that daily heart being populars. Okay, if you click your gift gallery, let's see, let's play around with this for a second. I just want to show you guys something. So this account I haven't gone live on. There's a question mark here that kind of breaks it down. Tell you guys I always look at the question marks. So it breaks it down in terms of what's happening with the gift gallery. So take a look at that and just, that's my first thing. Just do a little research on understanding the gift gallery. There's a timer. I didn't know, was this timer new? Hey, Nick, thank you so much, friend. Is this timer new? Wink, wink. Two, thank you so much. You're so kind. I appreciate it. But I think this timer is new. I don't remember seeing the resets. So, and it might just be a me thing. I may not have clicked this recently. You said yes. Behavior, you're saying yes. I think it is new. I don't think that timer was in there before. So that timer is great because it kind of tells you now. The gift gallery resets every week. It resets at mid Eastern time zone at 12:30. We get a new gift gallery. And so throughout the week, from essentially Monday until Sunday, um, your viewers can, okay, it resets every week. Yes, every week. So your viewers are able to engage by becoming what's called a title gifter. And your title gifters, and you guys can look at my gift gallery in this room. Thank you, Fran. Appreciate you. Appreciate the crown. Um, my community, the people in this room, they've been people have been gifting all week. You see Battle of the Roses, people, because that's the easiest thing. Because I know the B gallery is a little intimidating. The A gallery is very intimidating, but the gallery is intimidating. So what happens is people will go in and gift and support your live stream and send different gifts throughout the week to become the title gifter. You have to send so many of one gift or whatever the amount is to get that title. All right. And so as you get that title, you are now cemented in that person's weekly report. So Bella at 12:30, sometime in the evening tonight or in the middle of the night, you're going to get a report that is going to state what happened this past week with your gallery and how people supported it. Okay? So that's what's happening. And so as you grow as a live host, your gallery grows too. All right. So you have a D gallery, you have a C gallery, you have a B gallery and an A gallery. And so if you're growing, your gallery changes too. All right. Um, do you get paid for it? Yeah, it's not completely filled. You get it's based off the gifting that happens. So if people don't fill it, that's you don't get anything from that. The ones they fill, you do. You get 40%, up to 40%, um, up to 40% of the gifting that happens each day time of your live. And then you have these weekly missions where you can get an additional up to 13%. So though there's metrics associated to both of how to achieve all that. So, thank you so much. Hey, Celeste. Solus. Okay, if you are a title gifter means that you're getting more engagement points too. You do get engagement points, and yes, you're getting engagement points based off the gifting that you're doing. Yes. And it gives you a little bit of name recognition. So there's people who are really big on supporting people's gift galleries because they want that support too. You know? So you go around, snack, look at you, friend. I didn't even finish my spiel. Look at you. So, is there something specific I need to talk about on my lives? Yes. I never got any gifts on my lives. Yes. You want to talk about your topic so that your audience will engage. So, what's your topic, friend? You want to make sure you're talking to your audience and asking for engagement and support too. Depends on what you're talking about. Thank you so much, Stack Dealer Diaries. You said your first gift ever. Congratulations, friend. Thank you for sharing that with me. As he said, Snack trying to get in the game. I hear Snack's like, I've been doing this all wrong. Oh, help a midlife one break through unhealthy patterns. Awesome, awesome. So what I was sharing in here, this live was all about engagement. So I was showing your wishes as a way to get people to do some of the gifting engagement. So depending on how your live is set up. Hey, Diana, welcome to the room, friend. Thank you so much for being here. um I show tools I use and share my story. Thank you. Yes. So because of my hands flipped around, let me hear my screen. So this could be a good way, and maybe you have two or three gifts up here. You don't have to have five, but you could have gifts that tell people what you want them to do. So if they want to ask you questions, if you're looking for a certain type of engagement, Another thing you wanna pay attention to is the type of questions you're getting asked, okay? If you're truly paying attention to your room and how they are asking questions and wanting you to engage, you could set it up so that your viewer wishes is part of that way of getting answers, okay? You know how many times I get, "How do I do the sound effects?" I could make that a question, y'all. How do you make those sound effects? That should be a question. If you wanna answer, you send a wink, wink. So I'm joking, but it could be as simple as that. You said, "No doubt." But no, depending on what your room, you said, "Wink, wink." Thank you, man. Yes, the it's under oh, I see. Makes sense. Thank you. You're welcome. But just think about what your room is doing. What behaviors you want to change? And you said in boards. In boards. That's the other one I get. Like, you wanna know how I do the boards? Boards. Ask me about boards. You send a shout out. You taught us that, yes. I was I was asking those questions not that long ago. Y'all gonna come back next week. Y'all be like, "Dang, Doc didn't change the game on us. Now we gotta make sure we send gifts if we want these questions answered." She done switched it up on us. Y'all gonna be like, "Wait a minute." You said I'm still stuck on boards. All right, y'all. So I'll talk about boards in a second, but okay, gift gallery really quickly. The gift gallery is important. Wink, wink. How you doing, Diamond? The gift gallery is important because you do want people to support your gift gallery. Again, it is a bit intimidating. It could be. Now, again, I was joking. It could be that there's you could put whatever gift you want for your viewer wishes. So depending on what's happening in your room. Thank you, Harris. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Depending on what's happening in your room, you could ask people to support in that way, like, hey, um, I don't know what's there, the well or whatever. If you want that question answered. Now, won't get them the gift gallery. Let me say that because the gift gallery it depends on how many they're asking of that gift for them to become the title gifter. Bella, thank you for the populars because sometimes they ask for you to submit, two or three of the same item, and that's how you get the title gifter. And then if you're competing with somebody else, so roses, if you look at the roses, it's probably saying you need to send, I don't know how many is up there, but it's probably like 300 roses because it's been going back and forth with other people. I can't tell. You know what? As a live host, they don't tell me what. Oh, no, it says time 25. So, Miss Darlene has it right now. So 125 roses. And so 126 will get the person a title gifter. So just know that that's ways that people have been competing to. So pay attention to it. Don't overlook it. I go into the room and I guess because I have a lot of new creators that have D galleries, I send thank you, friend. Thank you for that level up, okay, congratulations. It's the corgi is the gift that's there as like one of the signature gifts. I send that, and so I've been known for sending the corgis lately. So that's been the gift, but I need to get to some of my other creators so I can get around to everybody's room. But with that being said, it's a great way to start seeing your room grow, to see that engagement, as well as you can go back and support those people too. All right. Thank you so much, Diamond. I appreciate you guys. All right. So when you get gifts, you can turn around and take those coins to yes. Yes. Which is why I was saying, when you're asking for people to support you, you want to be able to get that support and send it back. And so I say you got to seed the beginning, you put $10 on your account, you seed it because again, as you go live, you get gifts and you can exchange it. Or I tell you, the more cost effective way is to let it pay out to you and then create a budget for yourself that you use to replenish. So you get the most, because when you exchange, I don't think you get the most coins back from exchanging, but you could exchange. It's up to you. But yeah, you can exchange. You said, "Thank you, appreciate you." Yeah. So that's exactly what you're doing. And that's why I said it's important to know who you're bringing in your panel boxes because those people monetize too. So they're going around getting gifts from your community, and you got to make sure those people have been engaging in that way. Okay? So they're not just taking, but they're also giving. All right? That's how I got started and going live and then exchanging. Yep, that's it. Yep, that's it. Absolutely. Yep. So thank you, Fran, for that shard of what is that? The shield. Thank you so much, friend. I appreciate you. Okay, so here's what I would say. Shard of hope. That's it. Blessings all. Welcome to the room. So really quickly, blue box. Let me do this real quick. Blue box. I didn't talk about it. If you guys can put this in the chat, did you just start? No, I'm about to get off soon, but I'm gonna put the word blue in the chat. So put the word blue and then click your photo. This is for my friends who really, you're brand new, you're trying to grow. It's helpful. Coming into TikTok can be really confusing. Engaging is easy. Business is not level. Exactly. So really quickly, so click your photo where you put the word blue, and then I want you to click your blue box. Is it LV0, LV 2, whatever it is? Click that. It could be a grayed out box. Click it. You get a blue screen. All right. So this tells you, and then I told you guys earlier, if you click the question mark that's in the corner, it tells you all the information. All right. So I'm going to give you real quick. This is your experience box as a gifter, as a viewer, your viewing experience box. So you are gifting anything that is blue. People who have blue badges next to their name, and Elisa badge is my daily heart me. Those are the things that you're paying attention to as a live host. So when you start your live, if you got a lot of people who have no badges, they don't have a blue box, they don't have engagement level at all, then I tell people you got to train them, you got to educate them because they may not know what to do. Thank you for that daily heart me. Or they do know what to do and they're refusing to do it. That's a whole nother person. But you decide on how you engage. I will tell you there are some live hosts, hey L, that do not answer questions from people who are not engaging in that way. Meaning that you haven't gone and gotten your daily heart me. You didn't send a rose or whatever TikTok told you to do. Because we came into someone's room, TikTok told you to engage. And so, because you didn't do any of that, people will ignore your messages, they will mute you, they will do all the things because you're not an engager. So keep that in mind. I don't want you guys to get offended, but as you said, oh, that's interesting. Yeah. So because that speaks volume about how people are engaging. Like, and then, the grow rooms have people coming to your room talking about I need this many followers, I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to reach this goal. And that person they have no blue box. So that person is just picking up numbers, picking up folks, and they're not sending any rows. They're not doing any of the things. So you got to make sure you're thinking about how you represent yourself. Girl, I did not know. You said I did not know. You said I'm one of those live hosts. You one of those live hosts. You ignore those people. And, so yeah, I typically engage. Hey Bree, oh wow, I did not know that. Yeah, yeah. So once you see this blue screen, it does speak volumes. It does. It does. It absolutely does. And so you just have to make sure what message are you sending? And you don't know what you don't know. That's why I teach that you should at least tell people. Um, and so just know. And so my friend, hey friend, and Andy, we talking about you, friend. So be careful. I got a question the other day from someone who asked me if I was ignoring them. Oh, was their comment getting filtered? Sometimes that happens too. Sometimes comments do get filtered. So it might have been getting filtered. Maybe it was something they were writing that you didn't see it. So just say that too. You might want to start letting people know. Oh, look at you, friend Callie. Welcome to the room. Thank you for sharing that first time gifter with me. Thank you so much, friend. The names of yours by so fast. Okay. How do you see the blue screen? What you mean? The blue box on people's screen here? I can see it. What you mean? Or you're saying how to get to your blue screen? Put the word blue in the chat, and then you're gonna click your LV box. Let me know if you know what I'm talking about. You're gonna click your LV box. So let's see behavior. Your LV box is box number 17. So okay. Hey, thank you, Diana, for sharing out the live. I appreciate it. Okay, I see it. And so when you click that, then you're gonna click this, you're gonna click that LV number, your LV1, and then you'll see the blue screen. What this screen does, just so that you guys know really quickly, let's do this. Let me turn off my mirror so you guys can see it. It tells me how many level, what level I'm at. Here is the points I've collected. As you give, you earn points for that. And then there's a slash that tells you the total amount of points. That's what this number here represents. The total amount of points that you need to move to the next level. So for me, I'm trying to get to 24 on this account. And so that's the total amount of points. And then there's a scrolling message right there. Tells you how many points you need to level up. And I tell people, you don't want to break the bank. Take that number into your memory bank. You pay attention to that number. Check this if you want to check it every live you go to. Check your level. And so when you check your level, you can decide how you want to move when it comes to gifting. You can decide what your budget is. You can decide what does that mean for you to do a little bit in this live versus another live versus another live, and you're slowly leveling up. In the beginning, you can move a little faster with your levels. Once you get into your 20s, the numbers get a little higher and it becomes a little harder. 30s is definitely hard. So it depends on what you're doing and how you're moving as a live host. But again, if you're growing and you're going live and you're engaging in other people's lives and your live is being successful, you should be able to take some of that gifting and engagement you're getting and put it back into the ecosystem and put it back to coins and supporting other people. I do a lot of tapping, but that doesn't count. It does not get you a box, friend. That's the gifting level box. And I'll say this, a live host can see how much tapping you did. And in my live, you didn't do any tapping or shares. Zero. So that's what I said. TikTok's transparent. We can see what you've done. We can see what you haven't done. You said, oh. I can click your photo. I don't know if you knew that feature's there, but I could click your photo. There's a little message at the top. I can click that message. It says how many taps have been sent. You said, "Ah, see right through me, huh?" Yes, I can. I can. So people who come in your room and say, "Oh, I'm a big supporter," and they ain't got no blue box. Just got here. Sorry, no problem. No problem. Did you get your flash code? I did. We missed it, but that's okay. I'm about to get off soon because we have to do our agency meeting. Um, and so just knowing that as people are coming in your room, you have to educate them. So we can see the taps, we can see the shares, we can see how many comments you sent, we can see how long you've been watching our live, we can see how many days you've been in our community. We can see all that. There's a screen that shows you that. So as a live host, you can see all of it. Did I get filtered? You did, Coach Rhonda. I haven't seen any comments. Let me ask. Can I ask on the agency call? Sure, sure. Let me see. I totally missed any comments, Coach Rhonda. Yeah. Okay, I see this question. I want to open my panel for guests tonight. Do you recommend level 5 and up? I was thinking 10. Um, you might do 5. Just see, do a gauge of who's in your room already. You can see what your levels are. Check your fan club before you start your live and just see what levels people are at. And if you have a lot of people who are 5 and above, 10 and above, you can do that. I say 5 because, I get a lot of beginners. So obviously I want people to at least have the opportunity to come up in the boxes, but um, that means that they've been here at least a few times, 4 or 5 times. It's good. When you're day 1 and you're asking a lot of questions, I'm gonna say come back, continue to learn, and then make sure you got your daily heart me. Make sure you've engaged in that way before you come back and have a whole lot of questions. What is level 13? Level 13. Okay, so back to the blue box. I just started out. What do you recommend that I do to go live if I have a certain topic? What you mean, friend? You just go live on that topic. I'm not I guess I'm not answering your question fully because I need more information. Do me a favor. I go live at 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. Eastern. I am about to get off because I got to get off for the agency talk. I want to wrap up this blue box conversation. I didn't get to 6. I'm going to skim stuff really quickly for you all. 5 and 6, I didn't, 4, 5, and 6, I didn't really get to. Thank you so much, Coach Rhonda. I appreciate you, friend. But your question is probably for my topic when I walk you through my 14-day challenge we've been talking about this week. I'll talk about that in the morning. I give an example of how to come up with your outline for your live stream, your target audience, how to search your topic on the home screen on TikTok. I kind of walk you through that. So I'm happy to walk you through that and answer your question in terms of your live in particular. So just come back 10 a.m., 4 p.m. Eastern daily. I go live. You're welcome, friend. Not a problem. Okay, so really quickly, blue box. Let me just close out the blue box conversation, because that question was asked about what is level 13. So the levels go from level 1 to level 50. I tell people a good level to be on is like level 25. That's like a milestone level because you get to fly in. Our friend who LJ who just flew in, that's a fly-in person. I missed the level. LJ, put in the chat, say hello so I can see you. But that was a fly-in. That's what happens. They okay, hey friend, how you doing? Thank you for grabbing that daily heart me. You are level 30. Awesome, awesome. So when you fly in like that, we see you, your eye level. Everybody else, level 30. Friend, thank you so much for being here, LG. And so as everybody else, you guys come up from the bottom until you get to 25 and above. When the room is under 100. When the room is, E-Nurse just flew in, but she flew in as a super fan. So she has my membership, my subscription benefit. So she's flying in that way. So that's how I'm able to see her. Those are super fans. And then fan club members fly in at 20. So you see your fan club members. So you see what's happening here. TikTok is saying, hey, the people who are your fans, people who are high engagers, they get a little bit more visibility. They're being seen. That's what this app is all about, engagement. And you're trying to make sure you're seen as a viewer so that people can engage with you and you engage back. So a lot of that is happening. So you fly in at level 25 um, to level 34, and then level 35 and above. It doesn't matter how many people in a room, you fly in regardless. All right. Super valuable. Makes sense, Gracias. You're welcome, friend. You are so welcome. Thank you so much for those shares. I appreciate you, friend. Thank you for the populars. Hey, friend. Hey, Tiff. Welcome to the room. So just keep that in mind as you're engaging in rooms. It's going to help you. You'll see. I'm a high engager. I'm a 32er. I'm trying to get to 33, maybe by the end of the month. But again, I'm budgeting myself. I'm looking at my numbers. I'm gauging what I'm doing. Hey, Fred, how you doing, Ariel? I'm gauging what I'm doing and trying to make a budget for it. If I'm going to do it by the end of the month, I may have to do it a little bit in June. We'll see if it's able to happen. But and as you grow and do more, it takes a little bit more to get out there and those numbers increase. And that's your spending. But again, because I'm receiving, I'm putting it back into the system. I'm going to other people's rooms. I'm supporting. Wink, wink. Appreciate it. Hey, Duquan, I see your friend sneaking in here. And so thank you all. A couple things. The other things I didn't talk about. And so quick things I did not talk about. Hey, spiritual. So I think I talked about, let me recap. I did the drawing game, wink, wink, friend. I did the drawing game as a way to engage. You can draw on the screen. You can get your chat to connect with you. Stay up. Thank you so much, friend, for that. Stay up, pray up. Um, and so when it comes to happy birthday to, thank you for the move on. Y'all so sweet. Thank you for the support, everybody. Um, so as you are drawing, you have people answering your chat. So it's a great feature. However, it is not working properly when you have a board. Your board is causing a touch screen glitch. So I just want to say that. So if you start your live, don't put the board up yet. Don't start with the board on. If you want to do the drawing game, turn on the drawing game so you can do your drawing game. And then you can't have the board up anyway when you do the drawing game. It takes the board away. But just know that that's something you're going to have to kind of manage through. Add your board after you've done your drawing game. All right. So that's the way you would do it. I don't know how long that glitch is going to happen. I'm not sure what's going on. It started back in April. We definitely dealt with it in all of May. So I think it started back in April. And so that is a glitch, but it is caused by the board. All right. Um, the next thing I talked about the drawing game. I talked about polls. We did polls in a couple different ways. Poll is you could create your custom poll. So if you have questions you want to ask your community, create a poll for it. Something you want to poll them on, you can create them. Hey, Shella. If you are someone who wants to do a quick poll, they can do a quick smiley face, sad face type poll. You could do a gifting poll. People can answer the gifting question you throw out there, and they can do a quick coin gift. All right. So those are polls. Thank you so much for grabbing that daily heart me. Um, so we did polls, we did drawing game polls. I mentioned the playbook. I didn't show it because it's going to be up to you to take a look at it. We talked about viewer wishes. That was the third thing we talked about. Viewer wishes quite a bit. And so how you can leverage this feature here. There's two multi-guest features I was going to show you. You got to turn on the multi-guest panel boxes to show these next two features. That was going to be four and five. Um, One of them is called the AI wallpaper, where you can create different wallpaper images for your background, and you have to do it with guests in your panel boxes. So you and your guest are playing kind of like what do you call it? Like a telephone game where you put a prompt in, then they put a prompt in, and it adds to your image. Okay, so it's going to add to your image. It's called the AI wallpaper. It's a pretty fun way to engage your community, and you can think about creative ways because your viewers can kind of give you prompts, or you can come up with your own prompt, or you can have some other words that people have to use that's in the chat. So you could decide on how you make it a more interactive experience for your viewers and the guests that are in the panel boxes. The other thing that I was going to show you with the panel boxes is that you can make a board so that you can create a board message on one of your panel boxes and then an overall room message too, for people know what you're doing as you're doing your panel boxes. So that's another way for people to understand how to engage. So your board can be a call to action that you're telling people to engage in this way. If you do this, you can come a part of the board, become a part of the panels. So it's another way to get engagement. That's what I was saying, your messaging. So, and then the last thing I talked about was actually your gifting. This is a gift that you can pin. So you can change it. I'm going to show this real quick. So if you wanted to pin this, you can change the message here. I didn't change the message, but you can change the message. It says, send this gift to my live and be a contributor. You can change that and say this gift, and it only stays for 30 seconds. So you can see the timer in the corner. But you could oh, I see the timer. You guys don't. I was looking at the screen. Um so you can make it so that it's something that you're asking people to do to get that. So if you have a free ebook, you're like, hey, or an ebook that you want to get, this gift equals my XYZ planner, you know? And so you can have that as a way for people to contribute to your room, and you can change the message there. You said, I notice people when I like their videos, they respond my like with a like. How do they do that? It's an inbox message where there's a quick heart that you can click hmm as a live host. So that's what, yeah, it's in the inbox. So they're clicking that heart. Um, all right, friends. I think that was everything. All right. So let me know if there's any questions. I'm happy to answer last minute questions that you guys have. I'm going to be back tomorrow at 4 p.m. I'm sorry, 10 p.m., 10 a.m., 10 a.m. Eastern and 4 p.m. Eastern. Usually it's like 10:15, 4:15. So I usually get here a little late because I do co-stream on YouTube. But I'll be back. Enjoy. Have a wonderful evening. Oh, you're welcome, friends. Thank you all for the engagement. I appreciate all the support. You rock. Thank you, sister, for your your good medicine. Appreciate you, friends. Hey, we all can win and succeed. If you guys want to connect with me, I do coaching, I do consultations, and I'm at Creator Network Agency. It's a free program. You have to be a live host to be eligible to apply. That's TikTok's rules. So you got to make sure you're going live already. You can click Service Plus in the corner or message me here, and that's how you can join the agency if you want to join the agency as well. Right? No gatekeeping here. No, I don't gatekeep. It's no point. That I don't, I don't benefit from that. So it's called the Creator Network Program. That's where you're joining an agency under the Creator Network Program. When you go to your live center, go to TikTok Studio, you'll see post and live. Click the live side, scroll down to tools and resources. Under tools and resources is one of the boxes is Creator Network. You'll see that program, so you can see it. If you belong to an agency, that's where it would be for you. If you don't belong to one, it will just be kind of a marketing message about joining an agency. And so do your research. On my profile, I have it pinned at the top. I tell you to do your research, know what you're getting. I do one-on-ones. I do agency meetings on Sundays at 6:30, which was what we're gonna do shortly. I'm so late today. No problem, Tracy. And then I do come live twice a day answering questions. If you're an agency, I always answer your questions. I want to make sure you guys are growing. I do a school community where SKOOL, we can go there, get resources, also collaborate with other creators. Then there's group chats here on TikTok. We do campaigns. We teach, I don't require, but we do teach you and educate you about battling. So I want you guys to grow. So in order to grow, you got to be present. You got to be here. You got to be doing your thing. And going live at least 4 days out the week, if not more. We're doing that 14-day challenge as a way to help you understand how to go live and then how to grow. So there's multiple people here that have been doing it and they're seeing some incremental wins along the way. So keep going. I had TikTok join my live for half the time today. You had TikTok. Who is TikTok? Somebody with TikTok as their name? Yeah. You sure it was legit? Who was TikTok? TikTok what? Tracy? Yeah, it might have been. Yeah, there's different impersonator accounts, fake scammer accounts. They'll do that and they'll have their name as TikTok something. So you'll see little things like that. TikTok compliance, TikTok notification, there's all types of stuff that they'll use as a way to do things. It was TikTok themselves at the bottom of the screen and it didn't move. You talking about the little black message? What did it tell you to do? You said it didn't move. Are you talking about the black message that tells you to swipe from left to right so you can see the comments and it'll tell you some more engagement tips? I think that's what you're referring to. You said TikTok and it didn't move. TikTok. Tracy, you're welcome to message me. We could talk about it offline, friend. But it sounds like it might have been that message, the black message. It didn't say that you was consuming something that's harmful. It said TikTok join. Yeah. Oh no. Oh, yeah. That's when in the beginning, what will happen is how long have you been going live? Tell me how long. Let me know. That was somebody's account that named their account TikTok something. Yeah. Um, seventh day. Okay. Okay. So you're still growing. So what's happening is that you'll have people join, like Jolene just joined. It'll stay there. Other people, so Chris just joined. So because my room has some traffic to it, Chris is still pinned down below. There's some other people joining. It stays there. If your traffic is slower, you don't see that change over quickly. You don't. Because there's a couple creators I go to their room and it'll say the same name easily for 30 minutes. Yeah, because their traffic is real slow. It's very sluggish. So, yeah, so there's some things I would recommend that you do, but that's what's happening. So you see how people are joining my live and they're sitting there for a minute, but because the turnover is so quick, new names are popping up. So you're just seeing slower traffic. Yeah, so you're seeing slower traffic, and it was somebody named TikTok. Somebody's account was named TikTok. People do that all the time. Dr. Lisa and Friends. Hey, Colleen. Colleen, I'm about to leave. Hey, Charlene. All right, y'all. I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta transition over to the agency call in about 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes. All right. I appreciate you all being here. Thank you all for the likes, the comments, the shares, the gifting, the engagement. Thank you so much for all the support. I really do appreciate it. I tell you guys all the time, just know that as you do this, anybody can do this. The difference between you and me is that I just started and I kept doing it. That's it. Nothing special. Nothing special. You just seen a person that got a whole lot of practice. That's it. That's the only difference. Whole lot of practice. And so I tell you guys, practice makes progress. As you do it, you get better, you get stronger. It becomes a lot easier. I'm nobody special. All right. I tell you that all the time. So I do believe in you all. I think you can do it. I know you can do it. Just continue to show up and just be consistent and just kind of, all the things that are, annoying or the negative self-talk about It's awkward, it's weird, no one's in my room, all this stuff. You'll get through that, but you just got to keep showing up. All right. All right, friend. I appreciate you all. Take care. Bye bye. Let me turn this board off real quick. Let me turn off your wishes because I think it'll pop up later. All right. Take care, everybody. See you tomorrow. All right, my friends. Thank you all. I appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much for your support. I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you for all the engagement. Take care, everybody. Thank you for the gift to do. Appreciate y'all. Bye bye.